What's going on, everybody? It's your boy BOJ. We are in the building. It is Saturday, September the 6th, 2025. And we're so excited today about what we are involved in the current space, in the things that are going and moving and shaking. And of course, this video is going to be on MoveQuest. And I have had a couple days to kind of think about some of the things that are coming and some of the information that I dissected from the call on Tuesday. I hope everyone had the chance to go back and watch that a few times. If you haven't watched it for the first time, go back and watch it. I want to remind folks that I do have a Telegram group where I post the recap of the video and all the different stuff, and of course my different thoughts and things that are going on. And I have a Telegram group for that. MoveQuest does have its own Discord, which I highly suggest you get involved with as well. They will be having information there on a consistent basis as well. But we are here today to talk about 5 reasons why I believe that right now is the perfect time for everyone that hears this video today, whenever you hear it, to be a part of a opportunity, a project in the crypto space that really can be one of the most life-changing and impactful opportunities and projects that there are to date. And I want to go over 5 important reasons. Some of them incorporate things that are going on right now, especially for the new person. And I've been talking about this for the last few days that I've been doing videos, of course. The new person is really going to see the beauty of what MoveQuest has become, and it's going to grow in such an exponential way. And we want everyone to have the opportunity. We don't want anybody to say they didn't know. All right, there's going to be people's lives changing in front of your eyes, whether you're involved with MoveQuest or not. The folks that are involved with MoveQuest, I do believe you're going to see a lot of life change, not just in the fiscal part of things. Of course, we're going to be so excited to see MQT continue its rise. But at the same time, as this community grows and as we move together, as we work together, as we grow to this project together, we're all going to see a lot of physical change. I've been a proponent of movement for a long time, and I just recently got my life together, and I'm still working on it physically. Of course, that's what I'm talking about. The MoveQuest has been such a part of that journey for me in losing 50 pounds. It's been an amazing thing. If you want to see some of the things in my journey, of course, I got social media. I have incorporated my link tree, which has everything BOJ in the description of all my videos now, right there at the top. So if you need to find me for any reason, I ain't hard to find. All right. Let's continue on. I want to first off say that I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, and I am not your financial advisor. I am just a dude on YouTube showing you guys how I am cranking it out in many different projects like MoveQuest. Nothing more, nothing less than that. Now, if you like this content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you want to be updated and notified about everything going on here at BOJ, make sure you hit the notification bell as well. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. So I have compiled this list, and I'm just going to read some of the thoughts that I've had and then kind of free speak as I go. So y'all bear with me, but I'm going to try to be extremely clear about each reason and why I think that it's important. Now, just getting started right off the bat with reason number 1, and I think this is one of the biggest reasons, especially as a growing community, especially as something that is a worldwide, global opportunity that everyone around the world, anyone around the world can participate in. I think this is a very important reason. It's a free start, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't cost, it costs next to nothing. I think $1 worth of Avalanche is what it takes in your MetaMask wallet to really get started. And these phantom miners are what's going to allow things to happen in that way. Now, most crypto projects make you pay up front. Now, we've been a part of many crypto projects along our journey here at BOJ. You got to buy something, you got to stake something, or you got to risk money just to get into the game. Now, MoveQuest, what they've done is they flipped that upside down with the phantom miners. Now, right now, every new person that joins MoveQuest gets 9 phantom miners for free for 90 days. For a whole 3 months, you can be mining with phantom miners. Now, like I said in previous videos, phantom miners are different than the actual NFT miners. These are virtual miners that will allow you to participate in the system, in the opportunity. But that's the equivalent of 900% mining power without buying a single NFT miner. All you pay is the small daily submission fee, which is like 10 cents per Phantom miner, which comes out to less than $1 a day. And you pay that small daily submission fee to prove that prove your steps or your workouts. All right, that's your submission to the blockchain. That is your submission of proof of physical activity. That's it. It's not a big buy-in. And here's the smart part, y'all. If you later decide to buy actual miners, like many of us have, I mean, y'all know I have all Titan, so I'm bought in, right? The Phantoms will disappear once you dock a miner. Your first miner that you dock, you will lose the Phantom miners in their capacity to be used right then, right? But if you ever undock those miners, the Phantoms come right back to keep you moving, all right? So say if you were to get some miners on your own, and that's great, you minted your first few miners, that's a fantastic thing, right? But they may not equate to 900% mining power in those first 90 days. Now, you only have 90 days to use these Phantom miners, but if you just happen to mine one and you still want to mine with that 900% power, all you got to do is undock those miners that you mine, that the NFT miners, and then you can have those 9 Phantom miners moving for you, all right? And if there's ever a time that, you know, the fee, you know, there's people all over the world that are going to be a part of this opportunity. Say 90 cents is just too much for a day, right? They can subtract the amount of Phantom miners down to 1, anywhere in between 1 to 9. So if you only have, you know, 20 cents to pay that day, or if you only have 40 cents, you can, so that lowers the cost of entry to next to nothing, ladies and gentlemen. People can participate. They can be a part of the MoveQuest ecosystem for free, essentially. All right. So this is truly a no barrier of entry, no excuses, just a way to start mining MQT through your movement today. All right. You can start today. If you've been on the sidelines, you know, kind of think about crypto, or you think it's too expensive or it's too risky, these Phantom miners in the MoveQuest system, they make MoveQuest the easiest way to get started. All right. And that's my first reason. Phantom miners give us a free start in MoveQuest. So for those of you that think that the financial reasons are just too much, MoveQuest alleviates that. All right. Here's reason number 2. There are going to be things called boosts. Okay. Now they're going to be introduced very, very soon, but here is kind of what they do. They save your progress in a sense. Okay. So let's be real. All right. In the active community, and especially in the non-active community, we're not all perfect, and getting moving, as you know, may be easier for me to just kick start, but for others, it may not be that easy to just stay consistent right off the bat. Of course, you have the best intentions. We all do, but sometimes you miss a workout. Sometimes life gets in the way and you don't hit your step count. You know, normally with fitness apps or other projects that are moved to earn, if you miss a day, you lose that opportunity forever. But not in MoveQuest, ladies and gentlemen. They've introduced a feature called Boosts. Now, Boost will allow you to go back and mine your previous day's activities. And Boost can do other things as well, I'm starting to hear. There may be different types of Boost, but one of the cool things about this type of Boost that I'm talking about is that it will allow you to essentially have that rest day, but not be penalized for it. If you miss a day, then it doesn't count against you. You can go back, and we'll see a little bit more details about how that will work as it comes out. But this is a huge thing to me because I think it keeps your consistency intact. It rewards your effort still, because you don't have those boosts without the effort that you put in. And it doesn't punish you for being human and having those days that you may not be at your most active day. All right. Boosts are about fairness. They make sure that your grind doesn't go to waste. So instead of stressing about being perfect, all right, which a lot of us can do sometimes, you can focus on building consistency. All right. And I think that's a lesson that MoveQuest allows us to really feel, right? It's a real lesson that we can take into our actual lives. All right. It's built for real people, real lives. And it does that. So Boost, watch out for that. Be on the look for that. That's going to be a huge thing. That is my reason number 2, that everyone should be looking at MoveQuest and being a part of it today. Now, let's get into reason number 3. Now, this is getting a little bit more technical, and this is diving more into the ecosystem of what MoveQuest is going to be able to do. But this is current. This is something that is coming that we're going to be able to see very soon, and I'm very excited about it. So I added it as a reason. We're going to be able to see our miners, the NFT miners, right? The ones that we mint, the ones that we go ahead and make a part of, not the Phantom miner, okay? We're talking about the actual NFT miners when you've gotten past that Phantom spot, right? Because once that 90 days is over, you're going to have to get some miners, right? Some of you may go ahead and get them earlier. But what if I told you that the miners that you already have, right? Some of you already have miners. They could get even stronger than what they're doing right now, like actually multiply their power. That is what MoveQuest is rolling out, ladies and gentlemen. Now, all miners, not just the Titan miners, we've talked about the Titan miners and their capabilities, but all the miners are going to have the ability to have a multiplier added to them. All right. Now, that is a massive boost. And whether you're brand new with just a few miners or you're a veteran like me with a full dock, right? This upgrade means more efficiency. All right. It means more tokens and more rewards from the same movement that you're already doing. Some of us are already maxing out. And this isn't about making the rich richer, though. This upgrade is designed to keep the ecosystem competitive and fair across every level of participation. That is why all the miners will have the opportunity to have a multiplier added to them, okay? I think that is an amazing thing. Not just the Titans, not just the folks that have the most powerful miners. All the miners are going to have that opportunity, all right? It's a way to reward people who are committed while still keeping new people motivated. So let's think about it. Your steps, your workout, your consistency, all of it is now worth even more, okay? MoveQuest literally is amplifying our effort. This is why staying active in the ecosystem pays off, ladies and gentlemen, in more ways than one. So we always talk about on the calls, for those of you that have been on the calls, just staying a part of the ecosystem, continuing to submit your proof of physical activity. Yes, there are fees. There are things that come with that, but MoveQuest understands that, and they have things in place that help us even incentivize that more, all right? So I think that's an amazing thing. Our miners are going to be able to multiply with our own consistency by staying at it, by continuing to do our workouts, by continuing to get our steps in and get our distance in, right? All those different ways that we earn MQT in this ecosystem. Reason number 3, mining power multiplier. I think that's awesome. All right, here's my 4th reason, all right? This is getting even more into the ecosystem of MoveQuest. So for those of you that may be beginners, you're going to start to see this, but you may not understand this, and that is perfectly okay. Being a part of this ecosystem is what's important, and you will very soon understand, just like the rest of the community, that these things that they're adding to us and giving to us and have already given to us over the time that we've been in MoveQuest are so, so, so valuable, all right? Gamified hatcheries. Now, some of you may be asking, like, what is a hatchery? Like, is something going to hatch? Is something going to... Essentially, yes. This is a way for us to build our miners and to continue to build our mining power. So here's where really things kind of get really exciting, especially for those gamers out there, for those folks that really like the gamified process of things. MoveQuest isn't just counting steps, ladies and gentlemen. It is building an entire gamified ecosystem, all right? And that's where the hatcheries come in. There are 3 of them rolling out, okay? Now, don't let it go over your head. This is going to be simple, okay? The nest hatchery, the golden hatchery, and the incubator, all right? Each one gives you a different way to play the game. The nest hatchery is going to allow you to stake and to earn additional tokens, right? Just to keep it simple. The golden hatchery allows you to compound your daily rewards. And I know y'all love that compound word in this space, right? We love to compound, but there's truth to the theory of compounding. There's a reason why there's compound calculators out there in the space, because compounding is a real thing, all right? Turning small gains into bigger long-term growth. And when you can do that with a legit project, y'all know we love to compound, all right? And the incubator, which is already live, a lot of us have already used it. I personally have used it, okay? It creates another way to engage and maximize your mining. Now, these aren't just features, they are strategy layers, ladies and gentlemen. They reward people who want to do more than just walk, okay? They want to do more than just work out. They reward people who want to think and plan and build inside the system. All right, that's why MoveQuest is different. It's not passive, all right? A lot of us are looking for those passive income opportunities. This is an actual active opportunity. It's strategic, and it keeps you engaged like no other crypto project out there. And I can say that from experience. This is why I've been around so long. I am engaged in what's going on. The gamified process is kind of cool to me. All right. So these hatcheries are some of them are active right now. The incubator, like I said, is something that we have been using already as a way to build your miner base and build your mining power in the ecosystem. All right. So that's reason number 4. The hatcheries are going to be such an amazing thing to see. All right. So we've started with, just to go through, we've started with reason number 1. Everyone gets a opportunity to be in MoveQuest for next to nothing. All right. The Phantom miners allow us to have a free start. That's reason number 1. Reason number 2, we're going to be seeing boosts, right, that essentially save your progress. They allow you to have that day where, we're not perfect, right? We're going to miss a day. There's going to be things that we may be doing one day that we're not doing the next day. These boosts will assist us in making sure and keeping us consistent, right? Mining power multiplier. I think that's a huge one, because not only the Titan miners, but every miner is going to have the opportunity to increase its mining power with our own consistency. All right. It's a way to reward the committed. All right. That is reason number 3, mining power multiplier. Reason number 4, which we just went through, gamified hatcheries. All right. Those hatcheries are going to be such a fun aspect to this ecosystem. And I didn't even get a chance to mention some of the challenges and all the different things that are going to go on, like the other gamified stuff. But the hatcheries are really going to allow the folks that want to do more than just move. They want to be a part of the ecosystem in a gamified way. And that's going to allow us to do that. All right. And here is reason number 5. And here's one of the most important reasons in just a business aspect and just a opportunity aspect for me, in my opinion. We got to see the big picture. All right. In this community right now, there are less than 10,000 people. We know that 10,000 people doesn't even fit your local NFL stadium. That won't sell that out. All right. Your colleges, don't even think about it. Some of the big schools out here, you don't even want 10,000 people is not to knock what 10,000 people can do. All right. I want to be clear about that. But that is to show the opportunity that is here with such a practical, amazing, life-changing thing. Us having the opportunity to shape our minds and our bodies while earning a real legit cryptocurrency and mining this token is an amazing thing. But here's reason number 5, okay? There's going to be a big marketing push, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to equal more growth. Now, here's something that I don't think people always think about, but there are reasons why companies and opportunities and businesses, they grow because they have a marketing team. They have people that are invested in making sure that the good word gets out about good things and good opportunities and good products and good services and different things of that nature. MoveQuest is going to have its marketing push, all right? And when we think about the adoption of cryptocurrency, right now it is here. And if you have not heard, if you have not looked around, if you have not seen, cryptocurrency is here, okay? A project can be great. I do believe MoveQuest is a great project. But if nobody knows about it, it can't grow. It won't grow. That's why MoveQuest marketing strategy is such a game changer, ladies and gentlemen. And what they're going to be doing in all the different aspects of things like Web3 and getting involved with the influencers in Web3. A lot of the Web3 influencers, some of that I've seen, spend a lot of time in front of their computers. I think it would help us be have even more longevity to influence in the Web3 space if we are healthy and we can add a little bit more years to our lives, right? And then, of course, those people that are leading the charge and keeping us healthy, those fitness creators. And then, of course, keeping people involved and wanting to share with amazing referral systems and gym partnerships and even physical advertising. You might even see MoveQuest in your local Planet Fitness, ladies and gentlemen, or trending on social media challenges. Imagine a leaderboard competition where thousands of people are, right? We're all competitive. Some of us have that competitive juice in us, and we're all out here trying to outmove each other, right? Can you imagine that? Can you truly imagine that? I can really imagine that, honestly. And here's the advantage for all of us. We are getting in before that wave hits, all right? Because when massive adoption happens and everyone starts to see that having wallets is safe, and having cryptocurrency, there are safe ways to transact and all the different things that honestly a lot of the exchanges are trying to get information and educate people because they want their business as well, right? But as people start to learn about what's going on in cryptocurrency and that adoption happens, we're going to be at the forefront of the idea, the essential ability to earn a cryptocurrency with our physical movement. There is nothing, I don't think there's anything more powerful than even that. I'm a religious guy. I believe in God. So there's some things more powerful than that, obviously. But y'all understand what I'm trying to say. Putting that mix of health and wealth is so essential. All right. And when the influencers start pushing this, when the mass adoption comes, when the fitness community start catching on, the people that are already in position are going to be the ones, obviously, that benefit the most, just like the folks that saw the vision with Bitcoin. That is a perfect example that I think is applicable to all of us. I think all of us have had Bitcoin over this span of time. Some of us may not have, but here's what I'm saying. If you have had Bitcoin, you've probably sold it when you didn't know the future. None of us know the future, all right? But a lot of us hold money in stocks and bonds and different things that we don't know the future, and we trust that, all right? There wasn't a lot of trust in the crypto space. The trust is starting to happen now. Big banks are getting involved. Big corporations and hedge funds are starting to have a crypto presence by the trillions of dollars, okay? So the growth is coming. Crypto adoption is coming. These communities are already in place and just don't know about what MoveQuest can add to it. They could be helping the members of their fitness community not only achieve their fitness goals, but start adding some financial goals to their thought process and to their way of life. And I'm sure a lot of us that are working in the gym, we have some goals outside of just our gym. our fitness process, our fitness progress. So the marketing is serious, and MoveQuest is about to move from the underground to the mainstream, y'all. And if you don't believe me, just watch, all right? That's why you want to be here now, all right? Big marketing push is happening. That is my reason number 5. It is about to happen. More growth is going to happen, and you want to position yourself, ladies and gentlemen. You want to learn what MoveQuest is doing, all right? So to sum it all up, whether it is the free start with the Phantom Miners, the safety net of boosts, the power upgrades, the gamified hatcheries, the challenges, or the massive marketing push that is about to blow this thing out of the water, the message is simple. And we got to keep it simple, right? MoveQuest is built for everyone. It doesn't matter if you're brand new to crypto, if you've been in the game for years, if you're just looking for a way to combine fitness with financial growth, this is the platform that's breaking barriers and rewarding consistency. The only real question is, are you going to sit on the sidelines, or are you going to move with us and claim your piece of the future? Because the people who get in now are the ones who are going to see the biggest rewards. We all know that, right? So my challenge is to all of you guys, don't wait. Start your MoveQuest journey today, all right? The resources are there. The help is there. You don't want to miss anything that is going on here at MoveQuest, all right? It's your boy, BOJ. Those are my 5 reasons that you should be in MoveQuest today. I wanted to do a little something special. Put your 2FA on all the platforms that will allow you and all of your wallets, because crypto is indeed the Wild Wild West, y'all. And if you ain't strapped, you're bound to get hacked, all right? Ask me how I know. It's not very fun at all, all right? There are secure ways to transact. We know them. We have learned them, and they're available to us all right? But don't give away your keys or your seed phrases to anybody for any reason, all right? I'll see y'all on the next one. This is MoveQuest. It's your boy, BOJ. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.